Barry's going to tell us about the project, the Art of Memories. Perhaps a little bit about what it involves, Barry, because I believe there's some book that perhaps might come at the end of it.
Yeah, absolutely. There's going to be a nice A4 booklet that's going to be hardbacked with a lot of the content, the poetry, intrinsic stories, the pictures, and then the artworks all to coincide. So I think it's going to be a nice little piece.
Yeah, definitely.
And then we can get it printed off and then maybe distribute it to different areas and possibly even sell some issues. So.
Yeah. So what is the aim then, the Art of Memories?
So what we're trying to achieve is a bit of human interaction between veterans and families of veterans and even people that may have lost someone in the past. So I've got a story of an elderly lady who has got a history of World War I stories of her family. So they're really, really keen to be able to keep alive. And I think that's the main kind of aim for this project, is to keep intrinsic stories alive. There's so many deep kind of family history. Some are shrouded in secrecy. Some are out there in the press. I was speaking with the chief of police 2 days ago, and I said to him, "Will you be a part of the Art of Memories?" His great granddad was the VC winner in Rorke's Drift, which is my regiment. I went and Googled about Private Jones and the VC winner. He committed suicide at 41 with a shotgun to the head. But it really showed that there was no, and he did it because he was manic because of nightmares. Now, I know that is really, macabre in regards to the story, but it's actually really topical to why I started using art as a way of being able to get people to engage. So that just throwaway kind of conversation that we had with the chief of police when he came into the VC gallery 2 days ago, and that's what come out of it. And I Googled picture of Private Jones, and it looked anything identical to the chief of police. It was uncanny. Obviously, we all know. Is there any chance that we could ask him to come back in and maybe to speak about this? Because that story is really pivotal to me as a soldier. I was in the same regiment, and every Rorke's Drift day for 24 years of service, everyone got forced to watch the film Zulu every Rorke's Drift day at the end of January. So I was mentioning this to him, and I knew who his great granddad character was in the film. It's a very good strong character, an actor. So you think about that little story alone, and we've got so many people in the gallery. We can get these stories and then convert them into movie, music, poetry, and art with your help, guys, to be able to, and even stories, intrinsic stories, and we can document them. So the overview is to be able to keep stories alive. So just as a point, in the gallery, if you've ever been in here, I've got a kind of painting of the Cleddau between Neyland and Pembroke Dock, and it's called Neyland and Pembroke Dock, 1930. And as you walk into the gallery, up there, can you see it? It's there because my granddad was a First World War medic on the Somme. And he's seen some horrendous stuff, as you could imagine, on the Somme, during the height of the battle. And the stories that he brought back were horrendous. He didn't speak about them much. And I never met my granddad because he died in 1976. But my dad used to tell me little snippets about the way he was quite moody at times. His mood would fluctuate. He was very thrifty. He would make sure he was very strict. He had lots of rules around lots of different things that were a little bit weird, but it all showed sign to PTSD or combat stress, or even shell shock, what they called it back in the day. And the reason why that painting is of the Cleddau River is because to be able to engage in something other than self-pity and just harboring, depression and thoughts of maybe suicide. He used to go on the Neyland Beach, walking up and down from Honeyborough all the way down to the marina which was the Great Western Railway at the time. And he used to pick up driftwood, and he used to write poetry, and he used to write music for a firm in London. And he used to paint a boat constantly. My dad said he was always down painting it, repainting it, different colors all the time. But it was all about that creative engagement that kept him kind of going, you know, which I thought was kind of pivotal. So why I put that painting above there is because everyone that walks in here, you know, they go under that painting, and it's kind of a, you know, biographical thing for me, but also for everyone to maybe get engaged in something creative, because we all know it helps your mental health. It helps a part of your brain that deals with stress, anxiety, and also gives you a voice. So my granddad was trying to get a voice. I don't know, but the worst thing about it is I don't know a lot of the story. I only know one story, but I don't know so much he's been through. So obviously this Art of Memories is to try to understand everyone's intrinsic story, give them a voice, give them an animation, and then we can keep it for forever, really, and then we can share it throughout the years. And our Art of Remembrance project gets even bigger.
Yeah. No, it's brilliant idea.